Shut up and sit down.
Hey guys, so we're over here at the tool crib, I'm going to call it. So this is all the tools that they can grab and use while they're doing their modding. So there's a lot of stuff laid out here. We're going to go through it fairly quick. And most of this stuff, I won't say most of it, I'll say that all this stuff is what you can go to your local hardware store or big box store and get. And some of the stuff you definitely should have. This here, some people may not know what it is. It's actually a heat gun. So once you plug it in and you have it in your switch, you can go high or low on the heat. It casts out, there's a heating element on the inside, and it casts out, of course, heat. That's why it's called a heat gun. But this is what you can use to form plexiglass, or what you're also using for when you're doing your sleeving and your heat shrink. It's a great little tool to have. Sometimes you can even use it, depending on what part of the country you're in. It might be really cold out or kind of humid, but keep it far enough away. You can actually use it to hit your side panel if you just put some paint on there, just to kind of flash heat it really quick. Great little tool. You can get these anywhere from literally $20 to like $60, $80, just depending on how much you want to spend on that. Something that should be in everybody's toolbox, of course, is your rotary tool. This one right now looks like somebody has just kind of opened up the box a little bit. This is, of course, it's a Dremel. It's my preference, but you don't have to have the Dremel. But my preference of tool, I've had many other rotary tools. They just don't last. The Dremel is the great. I mean, you can run these things right up to the very end. I've had mine for 4 or 5 years. It's still working great. You get all the other attachments that come with it. I would recommend that you do buy a kit, and you do get all these attachments and stuff that come with it. You get the new quick change cutting blades. This is savior. These fiberglass reinforced cutting blades, dude, these are the best thing you can get. They last forever almost. They used to have the old style, I'm trying to find one. I don't see one in here, but it used to be an old like carbon cutting disc. Those things would last 30 seconds. These you can cut up a whole solid side panel and do a great job with it. You get sanding discs that comes along with it. You can do routing with these pieces. Like I said, you get the little kits that come with it. You can do cutout circles. I mean, all kinds of great stuff with that stuff. Again, this is looks like somebody went out and they bought just to purchase this. This is a great little setup, especially if you don't have like a workshop or you don't have a garage to put stuff in. You can always keep your tools in here. You can get these. Again, you don't have to spend a lot of money, but my guess at this particular set, probably in US dollars, would be about $250, maybe $300. But it has almost everything that you need in here. You've got your channel locks, you've got your nippers, you've got all the screwdrivers, different size wrenches. Wrenches probably won't use as much, but you never know. Allen wrenches. You've got your socket sets, your levels. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I can see that I would personally use, and it looks like a great tool. So this, again, should have been over here probably with the Dremel, but a great add-on to the Dremel. So this actually attaches to the end of it, and then you put your cutting bits and your sanding disc, whatever you want, on this side of it, and you can get so much more detailed. So it would be hooked up, let's say if this was the Dremel, it'd be hooked up to the bottom of it, and it gives you so much more freedom, and you can get into the smaller areas and actually get into designs and turn it. If you get a kit, get one of these with the kit, because you can get just a Dremel, but I would say get the whole kit. I picked mine up for like $130, $160. Great thing again. A drill index set. You can get these. You can go to like Harbor Freight, or you can get them offline, or get them fairly cheap. I'm sure this one is probably the same thing. Yep, I would say that it is a foreign, like a Harbor Freight. Different size drill bits. They're not the greatest, best, but I get you in a pinch, and you don't have to go out and buy a whole bunch of them. You can typically get a set like this for like $30 or $40 US. and it'll last you a little while. Cordless drill. Now this one is an impact, which probably came within a set, but I think the guys have got all the cordless drills out. But this is what would be an impact wrench, and you set a socket in there and you hit it and it tightens it and loosens it up. But again, a cordless drill is a great little thing to have. Very portable, small. You don't have to have the 18-volt one you can get like this, or the large 18-volt one. This one is an 18-volt. They make them smaller and smaller. I say it's a must-have. It's easier to use that than a corded one when you try and get inside of a case to drill out the holes, or if you're trying to drill out pop rivets and stuff. Battery chargers that come with that. Looks like what we have here is, this is a soldering iron. Again, if you want to do your own wiring, you want to do all those kinds of stuff, use your soldering irons for that. Again, the multiple toolkits. This is a smaller one. You don't need to get that great big one that was over there. This one was probably something more people would be accustomed to having. You would have a small hand saw, which is great. You've got needle nose pliers. You've got lineman pliers. You've got angled cutters, razor blade cutters. You can hear the noises there. Somebody's cutting a side panel up. This kit would probably be a perfect starter kit for somebody to get into the case modding. This one was probably about 40 or 50 bucks. Again, we're getting down to the heat guns, several heat guns, and different configurations. We got sanders that are over here. We've also got some airbrushing in case anybody wants to do it. So this is a quick walkthrough of the parts and tools that they have available. A lot of guys brought their own. They can have grinders that they're using, and as you can hear, jigsaws going off. So that's it. We covered tools. Let's go on to something else.